You might be wondering how this child got here, or where are his parents? Well, his father had gone to work and his mother, she's twerking for our fans on TikTok Live. What would be the fate of this poor child? Watch out in this intriguing story and learn. Imade was the center of attention in her neighborhood in Wari. She had flawless skin, a captivating smile, and long black hair that cascaded down her back. But beyond her beauty, what truly defined her was her obsession with social media. Imade lived for TikTok and Instagram, spending countless hours perfecting her content. Her philosophy was simple: fake it till you make it. Every day she borrowed clothes, expensive shoes, and even posed in front of luxury cars that weren't hers, all for the perfect social media post. She craved the illusion of success, even if it was far from reality. Her mother, Mama M, noticed her growing obsession and the way it consumed her life. One evening, as Imadi prepared to take more pictures, Mama M called her aside. "My daughter," she began gently, "I'm not saying you shouldn't do social media, but the way you're going about it isn't right. You lie and live a fake life. That's not how we raised you." Imade sighed, already irritated. "Mama, it's not social medium, it's social media," she corrected. "And in this business, you have to fake it till you make it. People trust what they see. Appearance is everything." Mama M shook her head, heart heavy. "What if they discover your lies? Will they still trust you? Try to do other things with your life while you are still young. This is not the right path." Imade rolled her eyes, dismissing her mother's advice. She believed that one viral video or perfectly curated post would change her life forever. A few days later, while posing outside a fancy restaurant in a borrowed designer gown and heels, she spotted a sleek black car. It was the perfect backdrop. As she struck a pose, a young man approached. "Excuse me," he said politely. "That car you're posing with is mine, and I really need to leave." Imade froze, face flushed with embarrassment. But instead of being angry, the man chuckled. He was intrigued. "My name is Jaden," he said, extending a hand. "Imade," she replied nervously. That day, they exchanged contacts, and within weeks of chatting, they became close. A few months later, Jaden proposed. Overjoyed, Imad couldn't stop flaunting her diamond ring online. "Hi guys, my man just proposed and I said yes. I'm so happy," she gushed in her posts. When Jaden's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Prier, heard of the engagement, they were displeased. "Son, we know you're an adult, but you're making a big mistake," Mrs. Prier said. "That girl is always online dancing. How can she be a good wife and mother?" "Mom, you don't know her like I do. She's more than her social media presence," Jaden defended her. But his parents remained unconvinced. His friends also warned him, but he ignored them all. After months of insisting, his family gave in and they got married. Their wedding was a social media spectacle, with Imade posting updates every minute. She was now living the dream life, married to a rich, handsome man, in a beautiful home. At first, things were good. Imade's online following grew significantly, requiring her to spend more time creating content. Jaden didn't mind at first, enjoying their new life together. But as months passed, he grew tired of their social media-driven existence. He had envisioned a quiet home, but instead their life was constantly on display. Imade became increasingly busy, neglecting their home and Jaden's needs. Whenever he complained, she'd tell him to hire a maid. One evening after a long day at work, Jaden returned home, hoping for a warm meal and a peaceful evening. Instead, he found Imad dancing live on TikTok in a messy living room. He quietly maneuvered around the camera angles and went to the kitchen, only to find a sink overflowing with dirty dishes and an unbearable stench. Frustrated, he confronted her. "I've had enough, Imad. I never stopped you from creating content, but you can't neglect our home. What if my friends came over and found this mess? This is not what I signed up for." Imade scoffed. "Oh, but you did. You knew I was a content creator before you married me. I'm an influencer. If you want a clean home, hire a maid." That evening, they had a heated argument. Imade packed her clothes, threatening to leave. Jaden, shocked, quickly apologized. He loved her too much to let her go. A few months later, Imade became pregnant. Jaden was overjoyed, hoping this would bring stability. For a while, Imade reduced her online activities, making Jaden hopeful. But soon, she resumed her content creation with even more intensity. She documented every stage of her pregnancy, often ignoring Jaden's pleas to rest. After a few months, they welcomed a baby boy, Jaden Jr. His arrival brought temporary peace, but Imad couldn't stay away from her online fans for long. She resumed her TikTok activities, sometimes neglecting the baby. Jaden pleaded with her, but his concerns fell on deaf ears. One evening, Jaden returned home to find their son crying, hungry, and in a soiled diaper. Imade was nowhere to be found. When he finally saw her, she was by the pool, lost in a TikTok live session. Furious, he confronted her. "Where have you been, Imade? You're a mother now. How could you leave our baby like that?" "Calm down," she said dismissively. "He was sleeping when I left. I was just by the pool. It's not that deep." Jaden was beyond frustrated. Realizing she wouldn't change, he hired a nanny to care for their son. Things improved slightly, but one day, the nanny had to run to the supermarket and left Junior in Imade's care. As soon as the nanny left, Imade put Junior to sleep and, feeling bored, went to the poolside to film a TikTok dance. Lost in her performance, she didn't notice when Junior woke up and crawled outside, searching for her. He made his way toward the pool, drawn by the music. Imade, too engrossed in her dance, remained unaware of the impending danger. Jaden returned home earlier than usual. As he entered the house, he heard music from the poolside. Curious, he walked over, and what he saw made his heart stop. Junior had fallen into the pool, struggling to stay afloat, while Imad continued dancing. Jaden sprinted, diving into the pool to save his son. Pulling Junior out, he desperately tried to resuscitate him, but the child wasn't responding. Finally, Imad noticed the chaos and screamed in horror. Jaden rushed to the hospital, tears streaming down his face. Hours later, he returned home, devastated. "You are evil, Imade. I regret marrying you. Pack your things and leave. This marriage is over." "What happened to our son?" Imade asked, trembling. "He's gone," Jaden said, his voice breaking. "The doctor said we got there too late. You killed him with your obsession." Imade collapsed, wailing in despair. She had lost her precious son because of her carelessness. Her parents rushed over, trying to console her, but she was inconsolable. Guilt consumed her. She couldn't eat or sleep, replaying her mistakes over and over. Days later, her mother told her Jaden was looking for her. "Mama, has he come to finish me for what I did to our son?" she sobbed. "See for yourself," Mama M said. Dragging herself to the living room, Imade was stunned. Junior was alive and playing. "But I thought he didn't make it," she cried. Jaden sighed. "I needed you to understand what's truly important. The doctor saved him in time, but I wanted you to reflect on your choices. I can't say I'm not angry, but Junior needs his mother, if you're still willing to be one." "Yes, I'll change, I promise," she cried, begging for forgiveness. Months passed, and Imada became a transformed woman. She learned to balance her social media career with her responsibilities, never again neglecting her family for online fame. Moral of this story: content creation is good, and it is paying the bills for millions of content creators around the world. But while we are creating content and chasing the bag, we should never lose sight of what truly matters. Family comes first. Thank you for watching, and if you are still watching this video up to this point, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and until I bring another juicy and interesting story your way. Again, bye for now.